Great morning, Houston, downtown, midtown, third ward, fifth ward. Those of you listening in the car at 102.5 FM, great morning to you that are tapped in through our free KMAZ app. Great morning to you listening on our website at www.amazing1025fm.org. I'm Amanda Sapp here on the Amanda Sapp Morning Show. Where? On Amazing 102.5 FM. I'm really excited about having the two of you in the studio with us today. Really, truly. I met you two together and I said, you know what? They on their way. I don't know where, but I know it's somewhere. Truly. I really can't appreciate what I've seen on social media, from what I've seen in person, and then to see the growth on social media is refreshing. And to see you do it together is also refreshing. Yes. Y'all can say something.
Well, yeah, first of all, thank you. And thank you for having us. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You've been, from when we first met you, you're just love your energy, you know what I'm saying? And having us on the show, we knew it would be a good time just knowing who you are. So,
yes. Yeah. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Super excited to be here. Like he said, we always talked about your energy no matter where we see you. Like, I love when you hug me. Like, it's just like it feels so beautiful.
It's love. That's what love feels like.
Yes.
I want to share with our listening audience who I have in here. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. First person I want to introduce. She's the CEO and founder of Key to the City. Is a Houston-based real estate entrepreneur known for her success in connecting clients with commercial and residential opportunities. Originally from New York and raised in El Salvador, she moved to the U.S. at 17 and has since built a thriving career in real estate and life insurance. Beyond her professional achievements, she is dedicated to community empowerment and is now expanding her business portfolio into the cannabis industry with her husband. She is caring, fearless, and a fashionista. Please welcome into our amazing studio, Miss Jenny Portillo. Great morning.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here.
You didn't come alone. This person was born in Miami and raised in New Jersey, is a multifaceted artist and entrepreneur known for his unique music and dynamic collaborations with industry giants. He founded 3 Intent Entertainment. I hope I said that right.
That's Ill Intent Entertainment.
Got it.
Yeah.
To bridge creativity and business, producing notable events and supporting local talent while also advocating for social justice and community progress. His latest venture into the cannabis industry with High Standard reflects his commitment to excellence and inclusivity, marking a new chapter in his ongoing story of resilience and innovation. He considers himself incredible, determined, and ambitious. Please welcome into our amazing studio. And humble. Mrs. Scott Paul, great morning.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, I've mentioned my experience in meeting you all together. The first time is at one of these events. I can't remember the name of the event. I know we were wearing pink or something like that.
Was it
John Tucker
yep.
pink. Yeah. I think it was the release of his shoes.
It was the release of his shoes. And I got a chance to experience you guys there, and I thought it was great. I thought you all were really true to who you were as far as, it's already tough being in a relationship, period. But then to be in the public, it's, and the way that you were, I was like, this is great. So if you could tell our listening audience who the heck you are, how you got together, and we'll go from there.
Yes, so I think I'm going to start. So I'm Jenny Portillo, and like I said, Houston know me as your key to the city. I am Latina, that my parents moved to New York to work. I was born in here, then I was raised in El Salvador, went back to Houston, started getting into real estate in 2020, and it's been fun since then. Then in 2021, I think I started hosting my first event where I saw that a lot of entrepreneurs got value from it. And I felt the need for the community to just bring something, with value, not where people just meet up, but, like people can find their next investor for their project or just meet that great business partner. So we just started doing it from there, and then we put Key to the City Real Estate team, where we help realtors, to achieve their goals, to build their brand, be successful in real estate. We have no sign-up fees, no monthly fees, and we help them with, marketing materials. So that's what we do. We met because I was modeling, and and he came to Houston to visit. But I prefer when he said that story. When he told the story, he's actually more romantic than me.
Yeah, yeah. believe it or
Scott
not.
Paul, if you could elaborate, please, that'd be great.
So we actually, I'm from Jersey. Yeah, as I think you mentioned. So I'm from Jersey, and a good friend of mine, he moved to Houston a few years ago. He owns an automotive like customization and like protection shop called IX Exotics. They're like right outside of Houston, but really dope spot. But yeah, so he has that business here, and he has, you know, a bunch of cars and stuff like that, like, you know, Ferraris and all that. So I came down to Houston to shoot a music video. He was helping me like produce a music video, and yeah, we shot the video. It was a success and everything. And then the next night, my DJ, who also flew down here, this was February 2020. So
It was right before the pandemic.
Yeah, I was going to say.
yeah,
Yes.
right before the pandemic. So yeah, my DJ came down here. Then after shooting the video, we just went out to just like, you know, celebrate and also just see Houston, you know, kind of get out, and happened to meet this beautiful lady, you know, as we were out and about, and my DJ, being the incredible promoter that he is, he put my Instagram in her phone. Yeah, because I think he was actually trying to kick it to her, but then she wasn't feeling him. so yeah, he just sent him my Instagram, and then you know, it wasn't really anything at first. You know, number one, she's a, you know, beautiful lady. So for my music video, I needed I was looking for like a model for a certain scene, and I couldn't get one. So, you know, with her, I was like, oh, next time I'm in Houston, we should definitely work, you know, kind of deal. And then the next month, the pandemic hit. So we were just on our phones, you know what I'm saying, the whole time. And she's really, the thing that I love most about Jenny is probably her sense of humor. She's very funny.
I am a little comedian.
Yeah, she's very funny. So we just got to like, you know each other a lot through being on our phones on Instagram a lot, and yeah, eventually started flying down to Houston to see what she's about. And 4 years later,
And the rest is history.
yeah.
This is history.
You guys just recently married, is that
That's
right?
right.
I didn't know if this was a photo shoot, if there was actually married. You know, did not know. And then I saw the comments, and I saw that people were actually congratulating the both of you. So it's exciting to see that you all have decided to jump the broom. You know,
Yeah.
would you say that social media has brought you love?
Yes, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it's
honestly-
weird.
Yes, I think that, you know, first we met in a club,
Yeah.
which, you know, like I've always heard that you never met, you know, your wife
heard
or your
that too.
husband in a club. But, you know, then, you know, we start flirting with social media, and people just have seen us, you know, like together. We have worked together. Like I said, I've been in his music videos. He helped me a lot on my events and everything that I do. He also have performed on my events. So it's kind of like hard to keep sometimes our relationship, you know, like outside everybody, you know, like, because everybody always see us together,
Because
working
we are like,
together.
we're both private people.
Sure.
We are.
Sure.
Which like you could probably relate. It's like
Oh.
there's people expect you to not be private, and they expect you to like just be this open book
Yes.
because you are so open with so much, but that's
Sure.
not really the case.
It's
but
not.
yeah, so with both of us kind of, you know, being in the public eye, but also being very private people, like navigating our relationship is it's interesting. It's an
Yes.
interesting process.
I think it's important for people who are listening today to understand where the dynamics are, and, you know, the fact that they should, what's the word I'm going to look for, respect their privacy.
Absolutely.
But then also, too, someone who is also a content creator or influencer, maybe looking at you guys and saying, well, I see them on social media, I could do just like that, but not really understand what it takes to be in that space. They don't, you know, may not you know, what is it, scheduling may have something to do with it. You all have to agree on projects that you work together or not, you know. And I know you're new in marriage, but, you know, you have been in a relationship for 4 years now at this point. So you kind of know a little more about each other. So someone who is watching, I would want them to take away from this. If they are in a relationship and they are social media influencer, content creators together, or even just working together, what you think it takes to actually be able to do that successfully.
Definitely, I think that a lot of communication, a lot of respect, because when you communicate with your partner, for example, when we shared our wedding photos, I kind of didn't want to. At first, I was just like, oh, it's our wedding photos, like I just wanted to keep it for ourselves. And he knew it was just like my anxiety. Like I said, I'm a very private person. But, like he talked to me and he was like, no, we wanted to like, those are really cute pictures. You're going to love it. And it was like, I think that we never do anything without talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that would be one thing that I would, it would be my advice to couples out there.
Communication for sure.
Communication.
Also, just like speaking specifically to like content creators that are couples, making sure that the relationship is still always centered.
Yes.
Like us being content creators and doing all that for the gram is like so secondary to to our relationship.
Sure.
I think a lot of people try to see how they can fit their relationship into their content creation, where we see how we can fit the content creation into our relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like more as an afterthought. And because what we do professionally is is different, but we're able to work together a lot. So it is pretty organic how it all comes together. Like I don't use my Instagram to tell people about my personal life. I use it to let people know about my music and what I have going on in that space. And it just so happens that my main model for my last few projects happens to be my lady. So we shot a music video for 5 a.m. in Houston. I have a song 5 a.m. in Houston that ended up being picked up by BET. Like, she was in that one. Another video for a pop song, like R&B song, Don't You Ever Leave. That song ended up hitting the top 10 on the iTunes and Apple charts, and she was in that music video as well. She was on the cover art for that single as well. So like,
Love When You Call as well.
and then Love When You Call, that was, I think, the first music video, that you did, and that was, another one of my big songs. So, and none of these are like a concentrated effort to like,
We just really enjoy working with, like working together. It's like, he's definitely the person I go to with everything. So it's the same. We're always like working together no matter what we do. And I like to act. I like to model. And, he's an amazing artist. So we're just like.
Thank you.
Yes,
Is that one way that you complement each other?
I would say, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and also for her businesses, with Key to the City. So my background, I went to school for business marketing, and so in addition to I have a lot of experience in the marketing and digital space. I also have the educational background. So, but I don't get to really use it in a corporate, sense. I only do it in with my music and entertainment. So, getting to work with Jenny on her projects, it's cool. Like, I'm able to complement what she's doing really well, give her different perspectives and different, expertise that she wouldn't get from anybody else, especially coming from her partner is somebody who's not, there's no angle. You know what I'm saying? My only angle is wanting her to succeed. So
Yes.
I love this for the both of you. It sounds really good. It sounds like you guys are on purpose with what you're doing, very intentional about even how you came together. You were doing, it was business,
Yes.
and kind of like it migrated into this thing of love and support and complimenting each other and all those things. What do you say to people who might be in the DMs? Because you guys are beautiful people. So how do you prevent jealousy in any case? And this is not to stir up any pot.
Oh, no, she's stirring right now.
I'm really not stirring. You don't even have to answer.
Right now.
We could go to another question. I'm just curious as to how you mitigate that.
So I think that when you definitely get to know us, you see that our love is like real. So I don't think, at least like not for my part, you know, like, and I know it's same with him, we haven't deal with that, and I pray we don't have to deal
I
with
pray
that.
you don't either.
Yeah, but if we ever have to deal with that, I would just punch the person that is in my DM.
I think, you know, she talked about communication first. Like, when you're, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can always resort to violence, you know what I'm saying, if you need to. So,
Sounds like I'm listening.
there was no pushback on that at all. She's like, hey, man, do what you gotta do, Jenny.
I don't know how I'm gonna find them, but when I do, it's on.
It's on. Now, but just, you know, honesty, it's when you don't need to, like, she doesn't worry about what's going on in my DMs. I don't worry about what's going on in her DMs, because my DMs are, like, she could check my phone and my DMs at any time. You know what I'm saying? And same, it's not even like a, you know, an insecurity thing or you know, anything like that. But it's just, I have nothing to hide, so if you want to go look.
Well, you know what they say, when you go looking for trouble, you're going to find it.
You're gonna find
That's
it.
what they say.
No, that's a fact. But,
You know.
when you give your partner the benefit of the doubt and everything, there might be something that, you know, is a red flag, or something that you may think, you know, looks or sounds funny, or maybe is, you know what I'm saying, even a little off. But just like being open and you know, just able to have those conversations, and knowing that those conversations are being had with the objective of, you know, strengthening your bond, strengthening your trust, all that. It's not with the intention of just like being argumentative and, you know, making somebody feel like crap. So, yeah. Nobody's perfect, and
Nobody's
we're two
perfect.
different people with two different lives and backgrounds and expectations, and, you know what I'm saying, all that are coming into this. So we're not going to be on the same page all the time, but just like being honest and communicating is.
And y'all going to talk about it, and y'all going to move on to the next thing. I'm with that.
Yes.
With that being said, let's talk about this cannabis, the high expectations.
Oh, high standards.
High standards, which I
high
love
standard.
the name.
Yeah,
When I
thank
read,
you.
I was like, that's actually a really cool name.
Yeah.
What can you share a specific challenge you faced in your transition from music to the cannabis industry, and how do you overcome it?
Sure. So, I think the biggest, you know, the biggest thing is really the funding, right? Because we're competing against, and this is in New Jersey. So in 2020, 2020, it was put on the ballot. So New Jersey residents were able to vote, you know, whether or not they wanted it to be legalized recreationally, and it passed overwhelmingly. So from then, kind of the race started to, you know, for businesses, and a lot of the businesses that are operating right now and that came in are they're MSOs, multi-state operators. So they're businesses that already have, you know, a lot of money, a lot of backing, you know, a lot of, like, you know, corporate entities. And, you know, being a startup, like, people just want the best quality product, and the businesses want the best quality product for the lowest price. So it's all like a numbers game. So being able to compete with what the big dogs are doing, you have to be set up right. So yeah, just getting the funding, especially. It's a little more difficult for, you know, black businesses to get funding and everything. So I would say that's been the toughest thing to navigate. But yeah, luckily I know people, I do things, so, you know, moving along.
Yes, it's going well. And I also got my license in New Jersey.
A real estate license,
Yes.
yep.
Very cool.
To help him with the properties, and that's how I started getting into the cannabis as well.
You know, when I get married again, that's what I want, is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for. What I hope comes to
You're
me.
gonna attract
What you
what
attract.
you're
Right,
gonna
what I
attract.
attract.
Yeah.
Is you're supposed to get married with someone who can build with
Your
you.
partner.
I'm listening to y'all talk. You did the music video. She was in it. All right, let's talk a little while, a couple of years or whatever. Now let's see what we can do with cannabis. See what we can do with real estate. See what we can do with the music industry. See what we do on social media. I think you should continually be building with the person
Absolutely.
that you want to spend time with, build with,
Absolutely.
love
Yeah.
with, be with.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I feel like
It's a
you guys are
partner.
doing that. It's a partnership.
Yeah.
Is marriage a business?
Absolutely. Yes.
So that's something that I've always heard, and that
Sure.
that always scared me.
Sure.
Like that idea. So I grew up, single parent household. So my my perception of like relationships and like good, healthy, happy relationships, it's all none of it's firsthand experiences. It's parents of like friends that I had, or like different people I've come across. I've never, it just wasn't something I was raised with in my house. So, hearing from the outside what a marriage is supposed to be, or all that, but the whole marriage is a business thing is something out here that always scared me, because like to me marriage is just supposed to be love.
Sure.
And
sometimes businesses don't work.
and a lot of times businesses
Yeah.
don't work,
Mhm.
and there's a lot that goes on in business that you would want to keep away from,
Sure.
your personal. So
I feel like love is definitely like you said, the center of who you are and what you do and why you come together. But I think when you have that love, everything that you imagine, dream, and can inspire for becomes its most expansive thing.
Absolutely.
So it can't help but grow into more and better and good. So to an extent, I believe it is a business, which in that you should be particular about who you decide to
Yes.
spend the rest of your life with.
Absolutely.
What are the pros and cons here? How does it benefit? How does it not?
Yes.
That sounds like business to me.
no, it is.
Absolutely.
It is.
In that
At the end
regard,
of the day, yeah.
but
absolutely.
however, what you said in the beginning, if love is at the center, you can only thrive from
Yeah.
there. I'm gonna ask you, Jenny, what strategies have you found most effective in bridging the gap between community empowerment and business success?
I would say the gap maybe sometimes can be people sometimes are just like competing more that collaborating and working together. I think that sometimes we're just like more worried about like what can I get from this person instead of like how powerful I can be with that person. And I think that I've seen that a lot. And when I do like events now, I try to make sure that I lead by example. I like to collaborate with people, and I like to show people that if we support each other, we can be more stronger and we can be more successful together. So my real estate team, I'm always pushing them to step up and do things. I always tell them we're like a basketball team. We all have different talents and we have to work together. I'm not trying to do what someone else is better at, but I try to collaborate with them and acknowledge them. And nobody's more important than nobody. Well, the same. We just gotta be smart. And I think that's probably, I would say.
Which this quality, to me, makes a great wife.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
So
You're
serious
so
about
adorable.
this. I'm serious.
Yeah.
You need people who can strategize together.
Yes.
Who can think critically in times of trouble.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
It's coming regardless. How are we going to get out of it?
Exactly. Yes, I'm a problem solver for sure.
Yeah.
I love this with you guys. And I'm hoping and praying and wishing and I hope it's going to be the best for you.
Yeah.
Thank
You know?
Thank you.
Really, truly. How much time I got? Okay, he's wrapping me up here. We talked about your businesses. We talked about your collaborations. We talked about, how you, Scott Paul is, maneuvering in the industry with your music. You got new song out.
Yeah.
Name that for us really quickly.
Yeah. So I'm actually I just dropped 3 songs these last 3 weeks. I have another one coming this upcoming week, another one the week after that. So at the end of 2023, I dropped the Gemini Man Reloaded, it's a deluxe album. A lot of dope songs, all different vibes. It's got Fetty Wap on it. From Jersey, I go to the same studio as him. But 2024, I haven't dropped anything new because I've been working on High Stand and kind of building that up. So yeah, in August, started dropping music again. I started with Step Back, rap song, and I I took a little step back from music, so that's kind of what inspired that. And then after that, I dropped a cover of this song, "Stupid in Love," and that was I recorded that for Jenny. We heard.
He asked me to marry him.
Yeah.
Girl,
Yeah.
that's so sweet.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
We're in a mall, and we heard. I didn't even know that she heard it too. But there's this song, "Stupid in Love." It's like this pop record, and it was about getting married in Vegas, and all that. And yeah, I was inspired by it, so I went and remade that. So we dropped that last week, and dropped another one last week. Just a lot of music dropping. You can scottpaulmusic.com or hit me on Instagram or social media at I am Scott Paul. Yeah,
I
man.
love that. You know, love inspires.
It does.
Yes.
It
Absolutely.
really does.
Absolutely.
It really, that's how you know you're in love. Jenny, tell me what you've got coming up that I might have missed. Do you have any more events for Key to the City?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm having an event next month. I don't have the date yet, but you can just follow Key to the City events to stay, updated with the events coming up. Really good events. They're going to be in very nice places. We always keep it very demure.
Very cutesy.
We don't have time to
Very
go
mindful.
into that, but I would love to have heard your thoughts. Really quickly, I must mention why I have influences in here. I know. Real quick, as it relates to trademark, I understand that the person that came up
I
with that,
just saw that.
right? That someone else trademarked the term, very demure, very whatever
Very
it is.
mindful.
Yeah, very
Oh.
mindful.
Yeah.
And so, what do you think about that? Like, you all are putting stuff out online all
I
the
think
time.
it's smart. I think that if you're using it,
No,
and
somebody else trademarked
trademarked it.
So she went into a depression.
And so that's the scary thing with social media is that by the time something takes off, like it could be around the world.
Yeah.
And trademark, I don't know, trademarks could take a year. Trademarks could take forever.
I think the person that came up with it may try to fight it. I don't even know if they have the stomach or the desire, because it was kind of a hurtful thing. She went
Yeah.
viral with this. And
Yeah.
everybody started using it. It was all national and all these things, international, all these things. But it just makes me think about, you have to really believe what you're saying. And
Yeah.
actually take those steps to protect it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it. You got to believe it
Yeah.
so far before anybody else
That's
believes
right.
it. Where you'll put because trademarks, it's not cheap.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
You got to put up money for that. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
but like with copyright, like if I make a song and then I don't register it and then somebody steals it, as long as I have proof that I made the song, then I can still go and copyright it and take them to court. But I don't know how it works with trademarking.
I don't either.
Yeah.
But just something I wanted to bring to y'all's attention, see what you thought. But listen, we have to wrap this interview up. We'd like
Yeah,
to leave
yeah.
fans, followers, listeners, and supporters with something inspiring, something empowering, something they can take with them the rest of the day, the rest of the weekend, all the way up to the weekend. We'll start with you, Scott Paul. What do you want to leave us with today?
Shoot. Follow your dreams, believe in yourself, not to get too whatever, but believe in God, like have real faith, but believe in yourself, trust the process, believe in God, and enjoy this ride, man. Enjoy the journey. You know, we all want to climb to the top of the mountain, but remember that it's all about enjoying those views while you're climbing. You know what I'm saying? It's not just getting to the top.
I love that. And how do we find you?
I am Scott Paul on all platforms. Get at your boy. Yeah, man.
Jenny Portillo? What do you want to leave us
Yes.
with today?
I just wanted to tell people to love where they are and just always work on themselves, love themselves, take care of themselves, not just like their body outside, but inside, and have faith that if you're a good person and you're doing good, you're going to find everything that you want. Just focus on yourself right now, love your journey, and definitely work with God. Put God first on everything that you do. And you can find me as Jenny S. Portillo, and that is Portillo.
Guys, thank y'all so
Yeah.
much for being my
Thank
guests
you.
here
Thank
today.
you.
I really appreciate the both of you. Lovely couple. Hey, guys, I'm going to leave you with the same thing I always leave you with. Be the change you want to see. And if not you, who? If not now, when? This is the Amanda Sapp Morning Show, an amazing 102.5 FM. Your do good through good station where we're changing lives one listener at a time. Until next time, we're out.